On the first day of the competition, it's what they call an official training session. It's just to see how things are running, to see whether everything is running smoothly, and they have like a simulation of the actual competition itself, but the results don't actually count towards any positions or anything, so it's just like a trial, and it's called the official training session.
People think that when we go fishing, we just arrive, we take our rod out and we just put a hook on a bit of line and we fish. The honest truth is we've been preparing for months. Jose Alfonso, who was a captain and who said, don't worry, I'll send you all the information, sent us so much that we needed months before the competition to prepare. And we've been tackling up nearly every day. Every day I used to meet with friends. We used to do all the traces together. I took to Portugal 170 traces. I reckon that this is the first time we were that well prepared for any contingency. You know, that was the first time.
Hoy lo que vamos a hacer en verdad es tratar diferentes cosas, pero no vamos a sacar la artillería pesada. Hoy no. Hoy se queda la artillería pesada en la caja de pesca.
Our captain, Jose Alfonso, he strictly told us, guys, please, you have 13 different rigs. Please do not use what we have trained with. Okay, you guys know what we have trained with. We have been training with 4 or 5 different rigs. Please, you have 7 or 8 different rigs which you haven't even opened out of your box. Please have fun, enjoy it, and just, if you catch, you catch, and if you don't, it does not matter. Just take it easy. Just about to get ready. Today our captain has told us to take it easy, because obviously he doesn't want us to catch a lot of fish, to give it all our all, because then maybe tomorrow at the start of the competition we don't catch any fish and we can get frustrated with ourselves. So he wants us to enjoy today, have fun, and obviously if we catch fish it's good, but if we don't catch any fish, it's no problem.
Technically, the beaches are they're just separated by features. So the Praia dos Tomates, it's more of like sort of a countryside sort of a scenery behind it. Really nice cliff face on the backgrounds, and it's more of a natural feel to it. The Praia dos Sargados has got more of a town and like a more commercial thing going, more of an urban style beach.
Jose Alfonso for me is a legend. He's the best of the best, without disrespecting other anglers of the world championship, who obviously are amazing. You have the Dutch, you have the Spanish. For me, the Spanish are the best. For me personally, the Spanish are the best. They have grown up in the beaches. They have learned how to fish in the beach properly, whilst we don't fish in the beach every day. So for me, the Spanish, the Dutch, you have the Portuguese, which are very good. There are very decent anglers which actually step up, you know, step out of the rest. But Jose Alfonso, for me, the knowledge he has is incredible. That guy, he knows it all. It's like, tu sabes, Houdini, you know? He knows it all.
Moi, je suis très régulièrement capitaine ou vice-capitaine des équipes nationales féminines ou des jeunes, puisque je suis responsable de la commission bord de mer jeune française. Et le capitaine est très important parce qu'il y a des moments où il va y avoir des creux et il va falloir qu'il amène son expérience ou aussi rassurer pour toujours maintenir un niveau. Et c'est très important de bien connaître la mer, de lire la plage, de savoir si c'est près, loin, avec ce montage ou plus grand. Et José Alfonso, le capitaine de l'équipe de Gibraltar, il connaît parfaitement bien ça et il a un très bon palmarès. C'était un très bon choix de l'équipe de Gibraltar de prendre ce capitaine.
José Alfonso para mí es un mito de la pesca pero de todos sus sentidos. Ha sido lo mejor que ha habido en el mundo, vamos, lo mejorcito que había en el mundo. Un hombre que ha sido curtido en las playas y pescando mucho. Y la verdad que los conocimientos que él pueda dar siempre son positivos.
La pesca, como siempre me ha dicho, como siempre, para mi punto de vista, es un pequeño cúmulo de muchos detalles, ¿vale? Entonces, pues claro, el capitán es muy importante. Es súper importante porque, y más que el capitán que han cogido es una buena persona, un tío que lleva muchísimos años pescando, es de la zona, bueno, de la zona más para arriba, pero que conoce el litoral portugués.
És uma pessoa que, como capitão, por fora, acaba por fazer mais diferença do que eu a pescar, percebes? E eu não ganho mais em estar a pescar por minha equipa do que ele estando por capitão por fora. E eu já disse muitas vezes à minha equipa que eu queria ficar por fora para poder, que tenho alguma experiência, mas pronto, meu patrão quer que eu pesque.
O capitão é nomeado normalmente porque é o pior. É aquele que não sabe pescar, é o último da equipa, e então fica de capitão para andar por trás, para dizer a este ou aquele o que é que está a sair e tal, e pronto, e pouco mais. Eu acho que não. O capitão tem que ser uma pessoa experiente, que saiba, porque eu, por exemplo, se eu pescasse, pesco num sítio, como capitão pesco em 5, pesco neles todos. E se tiver uma boa equipa, e não só o capitão, ter o capitão e uma, duas pessoas ajudando, porque são 2 km de praia, não é fácil ir a todo lado ao mesmo tempo. Ter uma boa equipa por trás também, para que a informação que tu queiras que chegue a um pescador que esteja noutro que chegue bem, portanto perfeita. Mas sim, mas o capitão é tão importante quanto o pescador.
Reserve today. Actually, I can tell you a bit of a story of how I've come into the team. A bit of a last on the 11th hour, they told me that they needed a reserve. To be honest, I wasn't sure if I was going to come or not. And at the end, I said, well, let's go, let's make the most of it. So I've come and I've joined with them as a reserve. And it's all dependent on how they do on day 1 and day 2 of the competitions. Well, most probably I'll come in to play on day 4, day 3 maybe, depending on how everything goes. If we're doing really well, it's pointless to bring me in. We just keep as we're going, and obviously I've been tasked by Jose, which is our captain, to keep an eye on our anglers, give them a bit of a help, whatever. Just bring the stuff over so that they don't get tired to what we are coming into the boxes. Mainly today, as Dylan has mentioned before, we are not going to show our aces, to be honest. We don't want anyone to see what we've been practicing these past days, and 2 weeks ago when we were here, we don't want anyone to see what we are capable of doing here.
The role at the end of the day was to try and learn from him. An honor, a privilege, daunting at first, but I learned a lot from Jose Alfonso. and we retrieved the discipline that was needed to possibly formalize the captaincy role as an important figure every time we want to go internationally. I mean, the team that we took, the creme of la creme of the best anglers in Gibraltar. So it's only sort of fair that we have a captain that is sort of up to the standards of the anglers that we take over. To, at the end of the day, make a good result and make Gibraltar proud.
Nosotros siempre antes de empezar la partida y al terminar. Eso es tradition. Al empezar y al terminar. On my official training day, for me it was quite different to what I'm used to, as I wasn't fishing on the day, but me and Jose were talking on that same morning before it started that we were going to try and treat it as if it was the real stuff, the real competition, and how me and him would be sort of communicating outside the box, because obviously the beaches are kilometers and kilometers long. We might have been, maybe he was in Catalan Bay and I'm in Eastern Beach. So we were talking via mobile phone, WhatsApp calls, and basically we took it as a trial run to see how we were going to communicate to each other and how quick we could communicate in between us and then from us towards the fishermen.
Basically, we're only allowed to fish with one rod, and obviously you can have as many rods as you can, but they have to be pointing backwards. So, for example, they can only be up to the swivel, up to the fast swivel, fast link, and you cannot obviously have a rig hooked onto your spare rod. So it's only one rod facing the sea, and you can have endless of rods but pointing backwards. So obviously everyone knows that they're not fishing. The official training competition for me went spectacular because I had no pressure. I knew that my captain wasn't behind me, giving me pressure. No, Dylan, change. No, Dylan, this. No, Dylan, that. He wants me to have fun. I know how to have fun when I'm fishing. So it doesn't matter if you come last, first, it's training. It was to have fun, and I had no pressure, and it was absolutely amazing.
Well, the day we went for the official practice, we were, I won't say 100% relaxed, because deep down we all want to catch fish. But we took it easier and we used less traces than normal. Although if people around you are catching fish, you look and see what they're doing. But nonetheless, we are relaxed because we knew that that day, you know, whatever the result, it was a training.
If you come to catch a lot of fish and you don't catch him, it's not good. It's not good for the people. And so it's better you come relaxed and you know the fishes in the beaches. You know that, and you make a cast to catch 1-2 fishes, and it's in the plan. The traces are in the plan. They are traces we don't use it in the days before. It's all, but I think it is not good to come harder to the official practice. It's not good. If the things don't do well, is a problem for the head.
You don't see the bites on the rod for one reason or the other, then you fish on the clock. So for example, I've started fishing now every 15 minutes. If I find I catch a fish when I bring it up, then the next shot I'll bring it up in 10. If I find that I haven't caught any, then I go back to 15. But if I do catch one within the first 10 minutes, then I start reducing the amount of time I leave the bait in the water, you know, to catch as many fish as possible. So really it's a bit of an experiment if you look at it that way. But that's the way they fish by the clock. These fish don't really move the rod unless you're going to catch a big mallet or something close inshore, then you see the bite. But at this distance with small fish, even the garfish and the mackerel, you hardly see the bite. So it's best to fish by the clock. So now my next rod up will be at 10:30. Brim. The good thing is that this is my first fish, so now you relax a bit because you don't have a zero. You won't end up with a zero. The reality is that although we want to fish and we enjoy fishing so much, we don't care whether it's practice or not. It's all tactics. It's all down to tactics. I mean, if you've got certain advantage, you don't show the advantage on a training day, on any sport. You keep it to yourself, and then when the day starts, the proper competition starts, then you say, now it's my turn.
Some of them do actually go fishing, and they do actually fish the way they would on a competition, because we were lucky this time that we've got Portugal 4 hours from our home. But if you're coming from, let's say, Cyprus or Holland or Germany, you come 3 or 4 days before. So that official training session is another training day for them.
Ahí está. Listo. Obviously, when you see, in my point of view, I had the Spanish guy beside, and I believe I had a French guy beside. When you see he's pulling out a fish, the other one pulling out of the fish, and you're looking at them and saying like, It looks a bit ridiculous that I am not catching. I know how to catch what you've caught. I know how to catch what you've caught. But he has told me, please do not use them rigs. So obviously, not that I use the rigs, but knowing the knowledge of them rigs, I adapted the ones I was using so I could catch a fish, you know. Porque te quita el cero y tú dices, well, I've caught a fish, you know. Second shot, I caught the mackerel, and basically I've just seen the one beside me catch one of the breams. So I'm like, yeah, come on, why not, you know? I don't want, Austin doesn't want us to catch fish, you know, just to have fun, but when you see someone beside you catch fish and you know where they are, it's like, come on, let's have one at least, you know? And obviously it is an official training. It doesn't count for the actual championship, but I had to have a cast, and I pulled out a couple of fishes. Not that I wanted, but bueno, you know, if you're fishing, 4 hours fishing, you want to catch a fish. Ya me he quitado el cero y ya puedo, mira, me puedo quedar tranquilito. To be honest. Bueno.
Estoy cogiendo el resultado de la zona. Solo.
Gibraltar. Este grupo, este. Gibraltar tem 2.
I certainly didn't feel frustrated because I'm a person that I know it didn't count for anything. So I know I don't really need to produce anything. I don't need to waste energy. I don't need to tire up. I just need to focus on what I'm doing. If I don't produce fish, mira, it's not worth anything. So why waste rigs? Why waste line? Why waste your strength when you have 4 days of hard work in front of you? Mira, so why not? I know some people got a bit frustrated that they wanted to win and they wanted to catch fish, but why? For me, it wasn't the day to show what you could actually do.
Relax, and tomorrow hopefully we can start catching fishes. Enganchado a este, ¿no? La verga. Yeah.
I've gone through this before many times, and we don't like to show, you know, all our tactics so early, especially in training. I understand that those who haven't fished so many times as I have, what they want to do is catch fish. But hey, it was okay. It was really no problem. I was a bit apprehensive because the first day of proper competition was what they considered the worst venue. But then again, the worst venue was for some, not for all of us.
They were using a lot longer, okay? And I couldn't catch, so I said, no, I'm not catching, they're catching. I'm sure if I put the 150 or 180, I catch
No,
them.
but
So,
we-
so what did I do? I kept on with Elisa.
We wasn't allowed to put on the rigs. Yo lo estaba viendo que estaban sacando pescado con los bajos largos, pero yo decía, bueno, y rasqué 3 pescados.
Mañana empezamos. Hoy hicimos 14º, pero no sabemos bien por qué. Porque si nosotros nos hubiésemos cambiado un poco lo que estábamos haciendo, que cogíamos más un otro pescado. Pero mañana vamos a salir
Sí, yo lo sé, hombre. Yo lo sé.
en forma.
Yo lo sé, seguro.
Ya lo veis, mañana no se va a olvidar de nadie.
Y saca pescado.
Y saca pescado de montón.
Siempre.
Seguro.
Bueno, ahora cambiando el tema, ¿vamos a ir a comer?
Oh, Charlie, por Dios, tío, que
¿A qué hora vamos?
Ya, estoy preparado.